Hey everybody, Jamie Jenicek, Team North Idaho Home Hunter here at Keller Williams Coeur d'Alene. So you're thinking you might want to move to Northern Idaho. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through some of the commonly asked questions for people that are not from here about the area and just about the culture, about the environment, things we do, things we don't do. And yeah, feel free to ask us. We'll get to know you a little better as we walk through some of this stuff. So, do you need to wave at every vehicle, every truck that passes you? You know, it reminds me of when we first moved back out into the country after we'd lived in town for a while and my kids were in their teenage years. And we start driving out south of Rose Lake along Highway 3, and everybody that drove past us waved. And my kids thought like I was the most popular person in the whole world because everybody waved. Well, guess what? That's just what we do in the country. Everybody waves. So just get used to it. People don't ignore each other. They wave. They'll talk to you in an elevator, and people are friendly here. Just part of North Idaho. So one of the things we do in Northern Idaho is we barter a lot. So yeah, so there's a good chance that for a Christmas or a special occasion, somebody might bring you a pack of elk meat over, or they might make you some jerky. And a kid the other day, I went and did some real estate work for him, and he sent me home with some bear smokies. So that's just part of living here too. Probably gonna get some meat. I get this question a lot when you're coming to North Idaho. How long does it take for me to be a local? I will tell you, some people will never be a local. If you've lived here for 20 years and all you talk about is where you came from, you're not a local. And I'll tell you, if you want to talk about where you came from a lot, you're probably gonna have a hard time blending in because people here just don't care. They care about who you are and what you do here. Yeah. Being a local, I think being a local is a state of mind. It's not a theory, it's living a life. I mean, a local person, I'll just give you an example of a local man around here that's 50, 60 years old. He walks by a cord or two, a fresh buckskin tamarack with 2-inch cracks in it that died in the 1910 fire, and he just wells up inside because he's so envious of whoever's load of firewood that is. Now that is only a local thing. You're not gonna see that probably in the big city. Who gives a rip about firewood? But here, it's a big deal. You don't have to have a chainsaw, you don't have to have a four-wheeler, you don't have to like to hunt and fish, that kind of stuff. It's not important. There's a lot of people that live here that just like to look at wildlife, and then there's the neighbor who would like to look at them and they like to shoot them and they like to eat them. So I think it's more of a state of mind. If you, I think one of the biggest things that people appreciate about North Idaho is they love the freedom and they love the opportunity to do the things they want to do, but they don't want to be told what to do. One of the questions I get, people coming in up here from out of town especially, is are people friendly here? What you're gonna find is people will talk to you. When you go into a grocery store, you're gonna get a conversation with people in the line. When you go to the gas pump, you're gonna get in a conversation with somebody. They're gonna make a comment about your F-350, you know, your diesel pickup across the gas pump. They're gonna have a conversation about it. People here are generally very, very friendly. And you might get invited. You might have met them for 3 minutes. You might get invited to their house. I'll just give you an example. Last year we had a fruit tree out in front of our house. It was loaded with apples. I was just going to let the deer eat them. And a guy stopped by, said, "Hey, can I make some apple cider with that?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I took my tractor down. He loaded some barrels full of apples. I hauled them up to his truck. And a couple weeks later, the guy, I don't even know who he was. I heard his name. But he was super nice. A couple weeks later, he brought us back a quart of huckleberries, frozen huckleberries, and 2 2-liter bottles of apple cider. And that's just how people are around here. Very friendly people. So what is it really like about living up here in Northern Idaho? You know, when we went to Hawaii one time, it was right after COVID, and I had never even worn a mask before. And when I was on the plane, somebody made me wear a mask, and I couldn't wait to get back home. The greatest part of the vacation was when I flew and landed back in Spokane and got back to North Idaho. We still could go get food. We still could buy groceries. We didn't have anybody telling us what to do. One of the things that I really love about Idaho is that people are friendly, they're generous, they help each other. You know, if you're broken down on the side of the road, they're gonna stop and fix your tire for you. That's just how people are. And it's hard to explain until you experience it. It is an awesome place to be, and we want to protect it. But you know what? There's still a lot of room up here. There's still a lot of room for really good people to come in, and great place to retreat to. So thankful I grew up here. And yeah, if you're looking for some property or looking for a home up here, give North Idaho Home Hunter a call. We'd love to give you a hand.